Turkey? My whole family's coming to New York, 18 people.
And this is your first time making the dinner.
Yes.
It's a rite of passage into adulthood.
Yes.
It's a time for giving thanks, a time to share in the warm embrace of family.
Right.
You don't want to take any crap from your mother.
I really don't.
You're doing the right thing.
I need to see how long it takes to thaw.
3 minutes in.
By the way, you know what today is?
It's Monday.
What else?
It's November 23rd.
What does that mean? Come on.
November 23rd.
What happened on this date?
Boston College upsets Notre Dame.
Wrong.
Gretzky's 500th goal.
Think.
Alberto Salazar wins his 4th New York Marathon.
No.
Alberto Salazar wins his 3rd New York Marathon.
Casey, you're not...
Does it have anything to do with Alberto Salazar or the New York Marathon?
No.
Let me take one more stab at it.
No.
Alberto Salazar wins his 2nd New York Marathon.
Casey.
Well, what? Come on, what is it?
Forget about it.
Come on.
No,
Come on.
Forget about it.
Come on.
Kim, this is my daughter's number in San Francisco. Would you keep trying her for me, please?
Sure.
Is there a problem with Kathy?
There's no problem. But she's due in 10 days. Esther flew out there this morning to be with her. She should have landed by now, but I haven't heard from either of them yet.
30 seconds to VTR.
Have a good show, everybody. Isaac, Esther and Kathy are fine. You're going to be a grandfather in 10 days, so try not to make everybody crazy.
Esther and I had a fight this morning before she left.
What about?
Nothing. Kim, keep calling.
Jeremy, November 23rd. Does that date ring a bell? And don't go into the computer.
Don't have to.
What is it?
It was on this day in 534 BC that Thespis stepped out onto the stage of the theater Dionysus during a choral song and dance and became the first man to speak words as an actor in a play.
Tell me I was supposed to know that.
I don't want to talk about it.
60 in. Roll VTR.
Thespis?
The first actor, now a mischievous ghost. He likes to wreak havoc on performances of any kind. Now brace yourself for a strange show tonight.
It's not going to be a strange show.
You might wreak havoc.
He's not going to wreak havoc.
You might.
This show's locked up tight as a drum.
Thespis likes a challenge.
Thespis has been dead for 2,500 years.
You really think you should be baiting him like this?
I fear not ghosts, I fear them not.
Your courage is an inspiration.
You're just messing with me, right?
Sure.
The show's going to be fine tonight.
Yes.
Tight as a drum.
You betcha.
Yes. All right. Why wasn't I briefed about this Thespis thing before?
Dana, did you know about this Thespis?
It's bad to panic, Dana. Thespis can smell fear a mile away.
All right. We just need to get through the top half hour.
That's right.
Anything that ever goes wrong with the show goes wrong during the top half hour.
Nothing's going wrong.
Not if we can get through the top half hour.
Mortals.
Jeremy?
Thespis likes to play the full 60 minutes.
Give me one more.
Forget about it.
Danny.
It's not important.
In 3, 2.
Good evening from New York City. I'm Dan Rydell alongside Casey McCall. Those stories, plus we're going to take a swing through the NFL where there were more than a few upsets yesterday.
We'll take you out to Pauley Pavilion for a Pac-10 matchup you won't believe, and we'll take you out to Watkins Glen for a NASCAR rules explanation we can't understand. All that coming up after this. You're watching Sports Night on CSC, so stick around.
We're out.
We're in commercial.
2 minutes back.
28 minutes to go.
The MLS, Major League Soccer. And if you know me, you know I eat, drink, and breathe soccer. Without delay, the Miami Fusion, the DC United. Let's go to the action. Blake kicks the ball with high hopes that it'll enter the goal, but it doesn't.
Stand by 22.
Give me a preview on FX7 VO9 and show me the
He
board.
doesn't know the route.
Here's 7.
Here's 9.
Show me the board.
Boards up.
Asked him to rehearse the route, but he wouldn't listen.
You're babbling, Isaac.
He hasn't rehearsed the route.
Who?
Douglas, my son-in-law. How can he find the hospital if he hasn't rehearsed the route?
Isn't Douglas a radar officer in the Navy?
Yes, and if we were scrambling F-16s, I'd trust him to find the flight deck of the USS Coral Sea. But we're having a baby, and you can't find Berkeley General unless you rehearse the route. Think that's crazy?
No crazier than thawing out a turkey on the light grid.
What are you doing on the light grid?
It's not important.
Isaac, it's your wife.
Oh, finally.
You see?
Stand by FX7, VO12. Good. With the NHL season well underway, one of the big questions on the minds of fans is if the defending champion Red Wings will pull off a three-peat and drink from Lord Stanley's cup once again.
Ready, 5?
For more on that, we go to Tracy Heller, who's standing outside the Detroit Red Wings locker room. Red Wings locker room.
Oh, man.
Or possibly the Detroit Red Wings locker room. Take 5.
Tracy.
2.5 minutes back.
Thespis?
It's his special day.
Let me take one more shot at it. Is it,
Our anniversary.
our anniversary?
Our anniversary. Today is our anniversary.
Geez, Jerry, that night in Minneapolis with the Jägermeister, we didn't do anything on tour, did we?
I mean, did we get married?
Yeah.
No. Good. You recited the St. Crispin's Day speech from the lobby of the St. Paul Ras?
No, was it untoward?
No, it was just embarrassing.
So, how's our anniversary?
It's the anniversary of our first show. November 23rd, 5 years ago.
No, we went on the air 2 years last July.
We're not talking about sports tonight. We're talking about our first broadcast.
Lone Star.
Lone Star Sports.
November 23rd?
That's right.
What do you want from me?
Nothing, Casey. I'm just gonna sit over here and do my show.
Impersonating my ex-wife never won anyone a place in my heart.
It's an important date to me.
It's an important date to me, too.
I don't think it is.
How can I prove it to you?
Remembering it would be a step in the right direction.
1 minute back.
So Thespis is the Roman god of theater?
That's exactly right, except he's not Roman and he's not a god.
What is he?
He's Greek and he's a ghost.
Who's Artemis?
Artemis?
Yes?
Artemis is goddess of the moon, the hunt, chastity, and fertility.
Ooh, your boy knows his mythology.
Give him another one.
Athena.
30 seconds.
Goddess of wisdom, the arts, and war.
Mercury.
God of commerce, wrestling, gymnastics, thieving, good luck, sleep, wealth, and dreams.
Wow.
There's a god of thieving.
Was a god of gymnastics?
Yes, indeed.
10 seconds back. Ready for? I remember what you were wearing. Do you remember what I was wearing?
I remember not thinking at the time that you were a woman.
In 3, 2. Thanks, Tracy. You can see the Red Wings take on the Maple Leafs tomorrow night at 7:30 right here on CSC. It's Bob Lowry and Steve Capps bringing you all the action from Toronto. Casey?
The PGA Tour was in Scottsdale yesterday for the final round of the Kingsbridge Open. Going into the 12th hole that looked like...
You and Esther make up?
Kim, get me on the next flight to San Francisco.
What do you need him to do?
Do it now, Kim.
Take over. Natalie's got the wheel, everybody.
Put up 20, 21, and 22 on a preview screen. Casey, heads up. I need you to stretch a 20 blind roll into a 30.
Go right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly out tonight, honey. I'll meet Mom and your sister at the hospital. I'll have Carmen stay there tonight. Honey, don't argue with me. I'll call you back in a few minutes. I'll call you back. Get back to the control room.
What's going on?
Dana, get back to the damn control room.
Natalie's fine for a couple of minutes.
She's having an emergency C-section. They're doing it right now.
What happened?
She was cleaning the kitchen when Esther got there. Esther said she doubled over in pain and started screaming. OB said there was massive internal bleeding. She was unconscious when she got to the ER. Is Kim working on the plane tickets?
Yes, yes. Why don't you sit down?
She's 9 months pregnant. What's she doing cleaning the kitchen?
She's hoping to make a good impression on her mother. But that's not why she was bleeding. Did they say anything to you about something called placenta previa?
That's what it is.
It happened to my brother's wife, Shelley, 2 weeks before she was due. Massive hemorrhaging, rushed to the hospital.
What happened?
Shelley was fine.
About the baby.
They lost the baby, but Shelley was fine.
You should get back to the show.
Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio and Bowling Green State are two teams that are normally in the national spotlight, unless you're speaking of their departments of physics and Native American studies, respectively.
Thank God.
What's going on?
We blew the Q at 44.
Well, that's not so bad. Anything else?
We had the wrong VO at 42, the wrong Chiron at 50, and we would have had 20 seconds of dead air at 55 if Casey hadn't been thinking on his feet.
Well, what do you do?
I think it was the St. Crispin's Day speech. I'm not sure.
She did fine. There's water dripping on the desk.
What desk?
The anchor desk.
Natalie, get someone up there and find out what's going on. I was gone 3 minutes. Is there anything that didn't get screwed up?
We spelled Chris Collinsworth right.
Good.
In 3, 2.
Thank you, Matt. We're going to take a break for 2.5 minutes and pay some bills, but when we come back, we're going to have college hoops, bowl predictions, and a steeplechase that got out of hand.
You're watching Sports Night on CSC, so don't go far. We're out.
2.5 back.
Dana, what the hell's going on?
Listen to me. Isaac's having a family emergency, but there's nothing we can do about it from here. Everybody got that? Get your heads in the game. We are going to get through the top half hour. I'm not going to be beaten by a 6,000-year-old Roman god.
He's a 3,000-year-old Greek ghost.
Well, I'm a 33-year-old television producer, and for 1 hour every night, this is my little corner of the world, and nothing screws up here unless I screw it up. You got that? Why is there still water dripping on this desk?
Say, Dana, this wouldn't happen to be your frozen turkey by any chance now, would it?
Well, clearly I'm going to be taking crap from my mother.
2 minutes back. The NCAA, there ain't no such thing as free lunches, much less free skybox tickets or free hotel rooms. That's why Southern University wideout Marcus Ryan will sit out 2 games. Ryan's suspension comes to a grand total of 5 games.
Ready, SOT?
Apologize to SU and its fans.
Go 90?
Just answer me this.
What are you, the Riddler?
What was wrong with you that day?
There was nothing wrong.
Why won't you tell me?
I was nervous. It was our first show.
You weren't nervous. There was something wrong.
Why are we still talking about this?
Was it because of what happened with Conan O'Brien's show?
It had nothing to do with Conan's show. You've made way too much out of that. My name was mentioned a couple times. I was never seriously considered for the show. In this week's Police Blotter, a judge in New York has issued a court order for the arrest of former defensive end Mark Gaston for violating a court order. While in a Houston courtroom, Sacramento backup power forward Jason Grissom was pleading no contest to charges that he hit a fan over the head with a bottle of fine cognac. For more psychotic behavior, here's Jack Jankowitz.
Yes, you were.
Yes, I was what?
Being seriously considered for Conan's show.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were, and when you didn't get it, you were stuck doing a little sports show with me in Dallas.
It was a good show, Danny.
Wasn't good enough for Lisa?
Yeah, what was good enough for Lisa?
What haven't you told me?
There's no mystery here.
Casey, I've known you for 10 years. We've been working together for 5 of them. What haven't you told me?
Natalie, how much time do I have?
Another 15 seconds on this, then Dan's got 2 minutes, and a 2-minute tea break.
I'm gonna stretch my legs.
We're back in 3, 2.
We'll come back to Jack Jankowicz later in our show. In women's college hoops, the Pac-10's been having a good season with 4 teams in the top 25. On Sunday, the Bruins went in the Valley of the Sun for a conference matchup against Arizona State.
Any news?
No.
Do you want some company?
No.
Tough.
Did a big frozen turkey fall down on the anchor desk during the last commercial?
Yes.
And why?
Oh, Isaac, is there really an answer I can give to that question that'll satisfy you?
I don't think so.
Don't worry about it.
Esther and I had an argument this morning before she left for the airport.
About what?
She said I wasn't showing enough enthusiasm about the baby.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not. I've been feeling my age. I was rude to my son-in-law. I said to my daughter, Kathy, that I was too young to be a grandfather. What the hell kind of thing is that to say to your daughter?
Huh.
Anyway, I'm sorry we fought this morning.
In a funny way, Danny and I are having the same fight right now. Only he doesn't know it's about a fight that Lisa and I had 5 years ago.
You've never told him, have you?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
You gotta learn to show people how you feel about him, Casey.
Why do I have to prove it to him?
Because he feels like a consolation prize.
He's not.
Tell him. So you say a few words. You make a gesture. You remember an important date. Small price to pay for what you get in return. For what you get in return, it's a steal. The rest is all vanity. What?
I was gonna hug you.
Oh, please don't.
It was a gesture.
Oh. Okay.
Call the studio when you get some news.
I've named this Thanksgiving. I'm calling it the Thanksgiving of Mom's Disapproval. Included on the 2-record set are the hit songs Why Aren't You Married? And Sports is No Place for an Educated Woman. And didn't anyone ever tell you how to cook a turkey?
On the turkey front, she may have a reasonable point.
Tell me the mission of Thespis. What's his M.O.?
Well, by and large, the mission of any ghost is to offer humility. They point out what's important by mocking what is not.
I'm not sold. I'm not
Stand
sold.
by in 3, 2.
Welcome back. If you're joining us late, you can
Dana,
borrow the lecture.
Broadcast Center says we should expect some trouble with our transmission in the next couple minutes.
What kind of trouble? Well, that was certainly uncalled for. No, I mean it.
Are you looking at me?
Elliot, get someone on the phone and find out what's going on and how long we can expect it to be going on for. How am I bothering Thespis? What have I done? What have I done to this ghost, who, by the way, no one has ever heard of but you? What have I done that he should choose, like Jacob Marley, to spend an entire night in the studio just slapping us around?
You're not bothering Thespis.
I'm obviously bothering Thespis.
He's fine.
It's a power grid upstate. They should have us back on in a couple minutes.
I just wanted to make a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
It's none of my business.
Well, I'm making it your business.
Can't just make it my business.
Well, I just did.
You're underestimating your mother. You get to see your family, what, twice a year? Savor it. Your mother's gonna love you whether or not you screw up the turkey.
My mother's gonna annoy me whether or not I screw up the turkey.
Which leads us to the conclusion that your mother loves you even though she annoys you. And it's Thanksgiving, so which do you want to focus on?
For a guy who's read The Hobbit 14 times, you're not so dumb.
Hi.
Hey, Casey.
I was on television for a little while there, and then I wasn't anymore.
It's got to be pretty disturbing for someone like you.
I think it'd be pretty disturbing for someone like you, too.
It's a television show, Casey. I'm not thinking about worldly things at the moment.
Okay. Is anyone?
A power grid's down. We'll be up in a few minutes. You should stay at the desk.
There's not going to be any more poultry falling down?
Who can say?
Stay at your desk.
What's going on in there?
Power grid's down. We're supposed to stand by.
Thank you.
I was going to buy you some flowers on the way back from the control room, but...
I don't know if you noticed, but I dropped that like 15 minutes ago. Good. I just think...
Danny, they offered me Conan's show.
They did?
Yeah.
They offered it to you?
There was an offer, they offered me the show.
And you passed?
Yeah.
You passed on your own network show?
Yeah.
You worked with me in Dallas?
It was clear we were going national.
No, it wasn't.
Look, I passed on the show. What does it matter why?
And if you passed on the show, Lisa must have gone thermal.
She wasn't happy.
Case? Was that the beginning of the end? You and Lisa?
Yeah.
Casey. Casey.
Look, I appreciate your fond wishes, all right?
Are
But can
you
we just move on?
stupid?
What happened to fond wishes?
You turned down late night?
I wouldn't have been any good.
Yes, you would have.
No, I wouldn't.
You would have been great.
Danny.
You would have been great.
I would have been embarrassed.
That is flat out not true. What did that woman do to your confidence? How many hits did you have to take to your ego?
Guys, this is a 60-second heads up. Apologize for technical difficulties, and we'll start right back up with one-on-one. Fellas, can I talk to you a second?
You would have been great. You would have been very good.
Thank you.
You're very good on this show.
Oh, yeah, I know. But thanks for saying so. I appreciate the gesture.
So we're gonna be 3 minutes in. Tell me what happened.
I got a 6-pound, 8-ounce grandson named Matthew, and his mother's doing just.
Oh, it's the best news I've ever heard.
We got the studio back.
Hey, guys, Isaac's a grandfather.
Congratulations, guys. Awesome job.
Healthy baby boy. Have a cigar. Say, quick question. How come we're not on the air?
We've had our share of technical problems tonight, as well as paranormal interference, but we think once we get done with the top half hour, we should be out of the mythological penalty box, if you will.
Anybody know what the hell she's talking about?
30 seconds back. We're back in 30.
Stand by FX22.
Stand by SOTVO 19, 20, and 21.
Make sure Jamie's there for the flat 5.
Listen to this phone call I just got. Frank and Kathy Lee Gifford were accepting a humanitarian award over at the Sheraton. Kathy Lee got up to the podium, slipped and fell face first into a plate of tapioca.
At the Sheraton?
Yeah.
All the way across town?
Yeah.
Ah, ladies and gentlemen, Thespis has left the building.
Good evening again. Still here in New York City, I'm Casey McCall alongside Dan Rydell, and you can't get rid of us quite that easily. Let's get right to it with a preview of tomorrow's big ACC contest between the Blue Devils of Duke and the Tar Heels of North Carolina. For more on that, I give you my partner, Dan Rydell.
Thanks, Casey.